Remember how freely you laughed as a child? I mean, really think about it. We're talking hundreds of times a day, just naturally bubbling up, without a single care in the world.
Yeah, just pure joy.
Exactly. You'd giggle at a silly face, a wobbly walk, or even just the fun of finding something new. But then something fundamental shifts as we grow.
It really does.
For so many of us, by our early 20s, maybe even earlier, that joyous explosion might dwindle down to just, a few chuckles a day, if that.
It's a huge drop-off.
It is. It's such a common experience, almost like this quiet, unspoken universal truth. So what happened? What happened to that innate, powerful source of fun that was just there?
Right.
It really makes me wonder, why does something so integral to our early lives, something that feels so effortless, so natural, become so infrequent, so elusive as we navigate all the complexities and, let's face it, the seriousness of adulthood?
Well, what's truly fascinating here, and this is what we're diving into today, is that laughter isn't merely a reaction. It's not just a consequence of something funny happening to us.
Okay. It's actually a profound, proactive tool. It's almost like a form of personal medicine that we have the power to administer ourselves daily.
Personal medicine? I like that.
Yeah. To profoundly enhance our overall well-being. So our purpose today in this deep dive is really to peel back the layers. We want to uncover the profound scientific and psychological benefits of laughter, the how and the why it truly impacts us.
Okay, get into the weeds a bit.
Exactly. And then, crucially, we want to provide you with a practical roadmap, drawing from recent research, diverse real-world experiences, basically help you intentionally weave more fun, more lightness into your daily routines.
So not just the why, but the how.
Precisely. Think of it as a shortcut, maybe, to being well-informed on something surprisingly potent and deeply impactful for your health, your happiness, even your resilience.
That proactive element is what really grabs me. Because you're right, the impact of laughter isn't just anecdotal. It's not just something that makes us feel good in the moment, although that's great too.
It's backed by some seriously compelling research that shows just how much it's doing for your body and your mind. Far beyond just that fleeting chuckle. We're going to unpack the physiological changes, right?
Yeah.
How it builds mental resilience and even how it shapes our social connections.
Absolutely. And when we talk about laughter being the best medicine, it's honestly not hyperbole anymore.
Right.
It's a statement increasingly supported by robust scientific evidence. The science reveals this full body orchestration happening inside you, a true internal symphony.
A symphony.
Yeah. It begins in your brain, your prefrontal cortex, that part right behind your forehead, responsible for decision-making, evaluating information. It processes the humor.
So it's thinking, is this funny?
Kind of, yeah. It's assessing the setup, the punchline, the unexpected twist. This initial cognitive assessment then engages your limbic system. That's a much older part of the brain, responsible for emotions, memory.
The feeling part.
Exactly. Within the limbic system, the amygdala processing emotions like fear, pleasure, and the hippocampus, crucial for memory, they both light up.
Right.
And it's this intricate neural activity that triggers the involuntary physical response of laughter itself.
So the brain tells the body, laugh now.
Pretty much. You get this cascade of spontaneous, often uncontrollable contractions in your diaphragm, your respiratory system. That deep belly shaking feeling.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
That can even lead to increased heart rate, maybe even those happy tears rolling down your cheeks. It's truly a robust whole body activation, almost like an internal cardio workout in a way.
A workout indeed. That's a fascinating connection. So what exactly is happening biochemically then? What makes it so profound and how quickly do we feel those effects? Is it just fleeting or does the body kind of build up a laughter resilience over time?
That's a great question. And the effects are remarkably swift. Beyond that initial burst of physical activity, the biochemical effects are almost immediate and profoundly beneficial. When you really get a good, hearty laugh going, your body experiences a significant, measurable reduction in stress hormones. We're talking cortisol, adrenaline.
The bad guys, basically.
The fight or flight hormones, yeah. Useful in short bursts, but incredibly damaging when they're chronically elevated. Laughter is like hitting a biochemical reset button. It signals to your nervous system, okay, threat passed, stand down.
Right.
And at the exact same time, laughter triggers the release of natural mood-enhancing and pain-relieving chemicals.
Like endorphins.
Exactly. Endorphins, those natural opioids that create feelings of euphoria, well-being. This offers not just a temporary mood lift, but actual temporary pain relief.
Oh.
Think about it. Your body is literally its own natural pharmacy, and laughter is the catalyst for this incredibly potent internal cocktail.
So it's not just about feeling good emotionally. It's like your body is literally weaponizing joy against internal stressors and maybe even physical discomfort.
That's a great way to put it. Weaponizing joy. That's a powerful claim about strengthening the immune system, too. I mean,
Yeah.
does it matter what kind of laugh? Is a little chuckle enough, or do you need the big belly laugh?
Any genuine laughter contributes. Whether it's a chuckle, a giggle, a full-on belly laugh, it all counts. And yes, the benefits extend significantly to your immune system, which is just incredible when you think about it.
How does that work?
Laughter actively strengthens your immune response. It does this by increasing the production of antibodies. Those are the proteins that identify and neutralize harmful pathogens like bacteria and viruses.
Okay.
And it activates crucial immune cells, such as T cells.
T cells.
Think of T cells as your body's specialized cleanup crew, or maybe search and destroy units. They're designed to identify and eliminate infected cells or foreign invaders.
Got it.
So by boosting these elements, laughter creates this powerful defense surge against pathogens. It helps your body ward off illnesses more effectively. It's truly a natural, joyful immune booster, makes your internal defenses more robust. It's remarkable to think of laughter as a frontline defense for our immune system. I always just thought of it as, a nice feeling. What about other major systems, like the heart? Does it have a similar protective effect there?
Absolutely. The cardiovascular system reaps significant rewards too. Laughter contributes to heart health by improving the function of blood vessels.
How so?
When you laugh, the inner lining of your blood vessels, it's called the endothelium, it relaxes and expands.
Oh, interesting.
Which enhances overall blood flow. This improved vascular function is a genuine layer of protection against things like heart attacks and other cardiovascular issues.
So it's good for circulation.
Exactly. It's a simple, enjoyable, and completely free way to support one of your most vital organs, reducing your risk profile over time just by laughing more.
And that physical relaxation that follows a really hearty laugh, that's remarkable too. I know that feeling. You feel almost limp, completely at ease after a really good one.
Indeed. A good, genuine laugh can relieve that deep-seated physical tension and stress in your muscles. And this profound relaxation can actually last for up to 45 minutes afterward.
45 minutes.
Yeah. It's not just a fleeting release, it's a sustained, calming effect that washes over your entire body, allows your muscles to unwind, your nervous system to recalibrate.
And here's a surprising detail I came across, kind of a bonus benefit. Some research even found that laughing for just 10 to 15 minutes a day can burn approximately 40 calories.
Ha! Really?
Yeah. Now, obviously, let's be clear, it's certainly no replacement for a full gym workout or
Right.
running a marathon.
Right, don't cancel your gym membership just yet.
Definitely not. But consider it a fun supplementary physical activity. Over the course of a year, consistently doing that could actually amount to losing maybe 3 or 4 pounds without setting foot on a treadmill.
Hey, every little bit counts.
It's a joyful addition to your overall wellness strategy, isn't it?
Totally. And moving beyond the purely physical, laughter acts as this incredibly powerful buffer against life's mental and emotional challenges. It helps us cultivate a resilient spirit.
How does you do that?
Well, it fosters a fundamentally positive outlook. It enables individuals to approach and view even the most challenging or frustrating situations through a lens of humor rather than despair.
So it changes how you see things?
Exactly. And this positive feeling can linger long after the laughter itself subsides. It literally helps rewire your perspective, training your brain to seek out lightness even in difficulty.
What I find truly unique about laughter is its immediate emotional disruption. It's almost like a built-in panic button for your mind,
That's a great analogy.
It's physically impossible to feel anxious or angry or sad at the precise moment you are genuinely laughing, like really laughing.
True, they can't coexist.
It's an instant circuit breaker for those negative emotional states. A real-time intervention you can deploy whenever you feel those overwhelming emotions bubbling up.
And that immediate release helps you relax, recharge. It significantly reduces overall stress levels. By boosting your energy, it enhances your focus, your productivity, allows you to accomplish more with less mental fatigue, a clearer head.
That clarity is key.
And that ties directly into how laughter shifts your perspective. Humor creates what psychologists call psychological distance from problems.
Psychological distance.
Okay. Yeah. So when you're caught in the thick of a stressful situation, it can feel overwhelming, right? Like you're drowning.
Definitely.
Laughter kind of pulls you back. It gives you a wider lens to view the situation, allows you to see things in a more realistic, maybe less threatening light.
So it stops you from getting totally overwhelmed.
Exactly. And crucially, it helps you diffuse conflicts more easily. It's like having this mental reframing device that you carry with you everywhere.
Yes, and it feels like it goes beyond just temporary relief, too. Laughter, even in those difficult times, seems to imbue you with this courage and strength to find new sources of meaning and hope.
That's beautifully put.
It's more than just a respite from sadness or a distraction. It feels like an empowering force. It helps you navigate disappointments, losses, with a renewed spirit, a sense that there's always a possibility for joy, even amidst pain. It reminds you of your capacity for resilience, I think.
Absolutely. And finally, let's not forget, laughter is truly a social glue, perhaps its most overlooked superpower.
Ah, the social side. Yes.
It's inherently a social phenomenon. Research consistently shows that people are far, far more likely to laugh when they're in the company of others than when they're alone.
That makes total sense.
There's a good reason why TV sitcoms historically used laugh tracks, right? Laughter is powerfully contagious.
Oh, yeah.
Just hearing others laugh primes your brain, readies you to smile and join the fun, creates that shared experience instantly.
It really is like a built-in laugh track for human interaction, isn't it? Connecting us on this really primal level.
Totally. Shared humor triggers positive feelings, fosters deeper emotional connections. And this bond, this shared positive experience, acts as a robust buffer against daily stresses, disagreements, disappointments.
So it strengthens relationships.
It definitely. It unites people, especially during difficult times. When you laugh with one another, a positive bond is created that strengthens resilience, not just individually, but collectively. It's a fundamental building block of strong relationships.
And think about its power in managing conflict. That's remarkable.
Oh, absolutely. When emotions run high, whether it's with partners, friends, family, colleagues, laughter can be an incredibly effective tool for reducing tension.
How so? Does it just distract?
Not just distract, it can actually smooth over disagreements, lower everyone's stress levels biochemically, and facilitate communication that builds relationships rather than eroding them. It's not about ignoring the issue, but approaching it from a lighter, more open place. A shared chuckle can break the tension immediately.
Right. And not only that, but humor and playful communication also seem to encourage spontaneity, don't they?
Yes, exactly. They help individuals let go of defensiveness, release inhibitions, create a safe space for expressing true feelings.
Which fosters trust.
And acceptance, yeah. It allows deeply felt emotions, even vulnerabilities, to rise to the surface in a supportive, less intimidating environment. So it's not just about surface-level amusement, it's about authentic connection, building a foundation of trust where you can truly be yourself.
Okay. So if we connect all these incredible benefits, the physical, the mental, the social, to the bigger picture, it seems they all point to something deeper, right? The profound impact of, well, not taking ourselves quite so seriously all the time.
Exactly. That's the core mindset shift. And this isn't about lacking respect for serious matters or avoiding responsibility. Quite the opposite.
Right. It's not about being flippant.
Not at all. It's about cultivating a vital component of personal freedom and overall well-being. It's a core mindset that underpins our ability to engage with the world lightly, resiliently.
It really is. I've noticed in my own life, and you see it everywhere, that tendency we have to take ourselves so seriously. It often seems to stem from this desperate attempt to exert control.
Yes, over the unpredictable parts of life.
Exactly. When we face uncertainty, our instinct can be to clamp down, right? To micromanage every detail, every emotion. And this manifests as really rigorous self-judgment, setting impossibly high, often unachievable standards for ourselves.
The perfection trap.
Totally. We try to be perfectly composed, perfectly competent, perfectly serious, and it utterly stifles us. It's like this self-imposed prison of perfection.
Precisely. And this mindset can lead to suppressing our true selves. Our natural humor just hides away. Our inclination to be silly or spontaneous gets curbed because of this deep-seated fear of misspeaking, making a mistake, or being perceived as unintelligent or unprofessional, or even childish.
Yeah.
Let me share a quick anecdote from our research that really illustrates this. We heard about stone-faced Emily, Emily was this brilliant, highly driven graduate student, known for her intense focus, unwavering seriousness. She'd often, physically avert her eyes when others were goofing off in the study lounge. Her body language, always clutching her books, just screamed disapproval. She genuinely believed that to be taken seriously, to achieve her academic goals, she had to maintain this solemn, impenetrable facade.
Wow.
Yet, her close friends knew a totally different Emily. A naturally goofy, quick-witted, incredibly playful person who loved puns and silly dances.
So she was hiding her true self.
Completely. It was this powerful, almost heartbreaking example of an internal conflict. She was curating herself so rigidly that she became less flexible, less open, all because she craved that elusive sense of control and validation.
And the psychological toll of that kind of intense, rigid approach is heavy, isn't it?
Oh, incredibly.
It sets us up for failure because life will inevitably veer from our expectations. It just will.
Always does.
It robs us of the peace that comes with self-acceptance. And it can lead to heightened anxiety, exhaustion, even burnout. I mean, the American Psychological Association finds that uncertainty in life, especially about global events, personal finances, it's a huge source of chronic stress for adults.
Absolutely.
We crave predictability, but life is inherently, gloriously, sometimes maddeningly unpredictable.
Yeah.
And if we can't control the external, then trying to control our internal response, our seriousness, becomes our default, often to our own detriment. And this is the hopeful part. The liberating power of imperfection and playfulness offers a profound way out of that rigid trap.
Okay, how?
By loosening our grip on those impossibly high, self-imposed expectations. That opens up vital space. Space for play, for exploration, for genuine growth and change. Research, including studies published in top journals like Nature.com, consistently supports this. Playful activity, particularly for adults, actively promotes adjustment, adaptability, overall well-being.
So it makes us more flexible. Exactly. More resilient to setbacks. It helps us go with the flow when life throws us a curveball, rather than breaking under the pressure. It's like building mental and emotional shock absorbers.
And a core part of that liberation, it sounds like, is embracing vulnerability. I'm thinking of Brené Brown's work here.
Oh, absolutely. Brené Brown, who spent decades studying vulnerability, courage, shame, worthiness, she found something truly revolutionary.
Which is?
That people who allow themselves to be imperfect, to embrace the suck, as she famously puts it, meaning to lean into discomfort and messiness, those people are far more likely to experience true joy and deeper connection. Her powerful statement resonates so deeply. Vulnerability is the birthplace of innovation, creativity, and change. It's about letting go of forcing a perfect response, ditching that impenetrable image, and instead just allowing yourself to be human, flawed, open.
Which leads us to that crucial, often overlooked gift. Self-forgiveness.
Yes. Choosing not to force a perfect response or adhere to those rigid standards grants us this incredible opportunity to truly feel our emotions, joy, frustration, even silliness, without that constant self-critique or judgment.
Letting ourselves off the hook.
Exactly. This mindset also invites crucial self-forgiveness for moments when we might feel we weren't serious enough, or when we stumbled, made a mistake, or simply didn't live up to some impossible ideal we set for ourselves.
Right.
It frees up an enormous amount of mental and emotional energy that was previously just consumed by self-policing, allows us to be more present, more genuinely joyful.
Okay, so we've really established why laughter and playfulness are pretty much non-negotiable for our well-being, physically and mentally. We also understand it requires the significant mindset shift towards embracing our imperfect, maybe even goofy selves. But how do we actually do that? How do we find that playful inner child, especially when we're navigating the very real complexities and demands of adult life? How do we truly bring more laughter into our daily routine? It sounds great in theory, but what about the practical, actionable stuff?
That's the key question, right? The how-to. And a great place to start is actually by understanding different humor styles, particularly in social settings like the workplace or even just among friends.
Oh, there are different styles.
Yeah, research has identified 4 distinct styles, and knowing them can help you consciously choose how you engage. First, there's affiliative humor.
Affiliative, okay.
This involves sharing funny personal stories, relatable anecdotes, lighthearted jokes, things that enhance social interaction and ease tension. Think of it as your lighthearted bonding humor.
Like sharing a funny office mishap.
Exactly. Like, remember when the coffee machine exploded on Monday? Or a funny anecdote from your weekend that everyone can chuckle at. It brings people together. It builds rapport.
Okay, that's one. What else?
Then there's self-enhancing humor. This is where you use humor to cope with stress and stay positive, often by finding the joy or the absurdity in distressing situations.
Ah, the optimist's humor.
Sort of, yeah. This person is always finding the bright side, even when things are tough. They might say, well, the presentation crashed, but hey, at least we'll remember this meeting. It's a resilient, internal way to use humor to manage your own state.
Okay, those sound positive. What are the others?
The other two styles are less beneficial, often counterproductive, actually. Third is aggressive humor.
Oh.
Yeah. This uses jokes, sarcasm, sometimes outright humiliation to manipulate others or make one person feel superior at another's expense.
But put down humor.
Exactly. Using biting sarcasm to put someone down in front of colleagues or making jokes that embarrass another person. It might get a laugh from some, maybe, but it erodes trust. It can create a really toxic environment.
Definitely. And the last one?
Finally, there's self-defeating humor. This is where someone regularly puts themselves down humorously. Now, a light bit of self-deprecation can make you seem approachable, relatable sometimes.
Right, a little bit.
But consistently devaluing yourself with humor, like always saying, I'm such an idiot, I can't believe I did that, or it's a miracle I tied my shoes in the morning, that risks truly reducing your status. It can lead others to take you less seriously or even just feel uncomfortable around that constant negativity.
Yeah, that could get awkward.
So the key then is to lean intentionally into the positive styles, affiliative and self-enhancing humor. Use those to build connections and personal resilience, especially in diverse settings. And be extremely mindful to avoid aggressive or overly self-defeating humor that can isolate or diminish.
Okay, that makes sense. Understand your style, choose the positive ones.
Yeah.
So once we understand how we use humor, the next step is actively seeking it out, right? Engaging with it in our world.
Precisely. You can start by curating your environment. Simple additions like a funny calendar on your desk, maybe some humorous books on your shelf.
Little things.
Little things. Decorating your space, whether it's your office desk or a corner of your living room with photos from hilarious moments, funny figurines, even just a silly boodle on a whiteboard. These can constantly spark joy.
Subliminal fun messages.
Kind of.
Yeah.
The goal is to create surroundings that subtly, consistently nudge you towards a smile, even when you're not actively thinking about it.
And you mentioned leaning into laughter when you hear it.
Yes.
That's
Actively lean into it. Laughter is truly contagious. We talked about that. And most people are happy to share something funny. It offers you an opportunity to laugh alongside them.
So don't be shy.
Don't be shy. Make it a practice to ask, hey, what's funny? When you hear someone chuckling nearby, it opens up those moments of connection, and often their amusement becomes your own.
You can also integrate funny media into your routine more intentionally.
Absolutely. And this isn't just about passive consumption. It's about intentional input, making a choice.
Right.
This could be listening to a funny podcast during your commute, hopefully this one sometimes. Or watching a classic sitcom during lunch, reading a chapter of a humorous book before bed. Just dedicate a little specific time each day to humor input.
And be mindful of what you consume online, too.
It's crucial. Curate your digital consumption. Those YouTube channels, comedians, online communities. Make sure they genuinely uplift you and bring smiles rather than detracting from your mood or bringing you down with negativity or sarcasm. Be discerning about what you let into your mental space.
Good point. And sparking humorous conversations. That seems like an easy win.
It really is. An easy, low-stakes way to bring lightness into your interactions. Ask friends, family, colleagues, what's the funniest thing that happened to you today or this week? Or even, what's a funny memory from your childhood?
Ooh, I like that last one.
Yeah. It invites shared joy, opens up a space for connection, mutual amusement. You'd be surprised how readily people respond to an invitation to share a laugh.
Okay, but this raises an important question. I bet a lot of our listeners might be asking themselves this right now. What if you just don't feel funny? What if laughter feels really distant or even forced, especially if you're struggling with significant stress or anxiety or depression?
That's a really important point.
Because this is where that intentional, almost athletic approach to laughter you mentioned becomes incredibly relevant. And the science behind it is pretty fascinating, isn't it? It's not about waiting for humor to strike you, but actively seeking it out or even initiating it.
Indeed. And it's a truly remarkable finding. It's possible to laugh without an objectively funny event triggering it. And this simulated laughter can yield comparable physiological and psychological benefits to spontaneous, genuine laughter.
Seriously, your body doesn't know the difference.
In essence, not always, no. The very act of laughing, even if it starts off as a deliberate action, just making the sound, doing the motion, It can trigger the same cascade of feel-good chemicals and physiological responses as a spontaneous laugh.
Wow, okay.
The physical act influences the emotional state.
So that's where concepts like laughter yoga or laughter therapy come in?
Exactly. Laughter yoga, for example, combines laughter exercises, like intentionally making laughing sounds, with yogic breathing techniques. It's a structured way to practice intentional laughter.
Right. You might see groups of people just kind of huffing at a ha or a ho 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 without any joke being told. It can look almost silly from the outside.
It can.
But if all these amazing things are happening inside, maybe the silliness is actually the science in action.
That's a perfect way to frame it. Studies, like one from Georgia State University, have shown that incorporating simulated laughter into exercise programs can actually improve mental health and aerobic endurance in older adults.
Mental health and endurance.
Yes. It's not just a mood boost. It has tangible, measurable physical effects on overall fitness.
That's incredible.
And it creates this beautiful ripple effect. Even faking it till you make it by laughing at others' jokes, even if you don't personally find them hilarious, can have profound benefits.
How so?
Well, not only can it make both parties feel good and draw you closer because shared laughter, even if it starts out feigned, creates a social bond.
Right, you're participating.
Exactly. But it often primes your brain. It can spontaneously trigger genuine laughter later. That initial intentional laugh literally readies your brain and body for a true heartfelt giggle. The act itself can become the trigger for the genuine emotion. It really proves that powerful mind-body connection.
Okay, so we've really hammered home why laughter and playfulness are so important, non-negotiable really, for well-being. We've got some general strategies for inviting it in, but now how do we truly embed this? How do we make it part of our daily existence? How do we literally inject more fun and lightness into our routine, making it as natural and essential as, say, breathing or eating?
Right, the deep integration.
Yeah, this is where the actionable day-to-day steps come in, the micro habits that can really transform things.
And one of the most crucial skills in this journey, maybe the foundation, is the art of laughing at yourself.
Ah, yes. That can be tough.
It can be, but this isn't about that self-defeating humor we talked about, the kind that diminishes you. It's about embracing your imperfections, your mistakes, your foolish things with a sense of humor and grace.
Okay.
The psychological barrier here is often that fear of judgment, either from others or, even more powerfully, from ourselves.
So how do we overcome that?
Actively choose to share your embarrassing moments as a way to take yourself less seriously. If you trip over nothing in public, instead of mortification, can you internally, or maybe even outwardly, chuckle and say, well, that was graceful?
Reframe it.
Exactly. Think about transforming negative or awkward situations into humorous anecdotes. If you mess up a recipe, instead of frustration, can you declare it experimental cuisine and share the funny outcome? It's about reframing those moments from failures into funny stories that just highlight your humanity.
And it's incredibly important to invite your body to play, too, isn't it?
Oh, vital. Engage in physical forms of play without rules, expectations, or pressure for perfection. It's about breaking free from the idea that play must be productive or goal-oriented. Like what?
It could be as simple as spontaneous dancing in the living room to your favorite song, playfully chasing a pet around the house, jumping in a puddle on a rainy day just because you can.
Yes. Love that.
Or doing a silly dance in the kitchen while you cook dinner. The goal is to get out of your head, out of that critical, analytical mind and into your body. Letting go of inhibitions, just moving for joy. Many people we've heard from, including folks on Reddit's Simple Living forum, shared that dancing to music, playing with pets, or taking walks where they deliberately notice silly things were their go-to daily fun activities. It highlights how simple and accessible these actions can be.
Simple but effective?
And cultivating creativity without pressure is another powerful form of playfulness.
Meaning?
Engaging in creative activities purely for the joy of the process itself. Not for a gallery show, not for publication, not for Instagram likes, without the burden of perfection or specific goals.
Like doodling. Exactly. Painting just for the fun of putting colors on a canvas. Writing short stories or poems that no one else will ever see. Doodling in an art journal. Improvising with ingredients while cooking dinner just to see what unexpected flavors emerge. Singing made-up, nonsensical songs to your pets.
My cat loves those.
See? It allows you to go with the flow, embrace the creative process, rather than focusing on a flawless outcome. It's about the pure, unadulterated joy of creation, not the pressure of production.
And when you feel overwhelmed, or when plans suddenly change and throw you off balance,
Yeah.
introduce strategic pauses.
Strategic pauses. Okay.
Yeah, this is a Deliberate, conscious act. Stepping away for just a few seconds, maybe 10 or 20 seconds, to breathe deeply. Acknowledge your emotions without judgment. And just accept the new flow of events. It can significantly reduce stress, increase emotional regulation.
It's hitting pause internally.
Yeah, exactly. Mindfulness practices really aid in this. They make you more aware of those internal cues that tell you, okay, lighten up, or take a break. Find a moment of levity amidst the chaos.
Yeah.
It's about giving yourself space to recalibrate and prevent a spiral into frustration.
Engaging your senses can also anchor you firmly in the present moment. Break free from those worry spirals or overthinking.
How does that work?
It means truly savoring a rich, delicious meal. Really feeling the softness of linen sheets against your skin when you get into bed. Literally stopping to smell the roses or any fragrant flower on a walk.
Being present.
Yes. These sensory experiences, deeply rooted in the physical present, remind your brain that it's part of a human body. They ground you, foster appreciation for the simple joys in life that we often just rush past. It's a deliberate act of choosing presence over worry.
And don't forget to reconnect with your inner child.
Ah, yes. Children are truly experts in play, aren't they? Finding joy in the most ordinary things.
A cardboard box is endless fun.
Exactly. Or a simple game of hide and seek, a silly sound. Pay attention to and try to emulate their simple, spontaneous approach to fun. Goof around with them if you have kids in your life.
It's not about being immature.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Or irresponsible. It's about consciously accessing that natural, uninhibited capacity for joy we all possess, but often bury under layers and layers of adult seriousness.
And finally, maybe set a daily laughter goal. Does that work?
It might sound prescriptive, but it can be a powerful habit-building tool. Propose setting a conscious target each day, maybe 10 to 15 minutes of dedicated amusement, whatever feels right for you.
Frame it like exercise or breakfast.
Exactly. Don't go a day without laughing. Make it a non-negotiable part of your well-being routine. The more you consciously seek out and engage with laughter, the less effort it requires. It becomes more ingrained, part of your daily life. It builds its own momentum.
Okay, so that covers personal habits. But social playfulness is also absolutely key, right? For strengthening bonds, expanding your opportunities for joy.
Crucial. Actively seek out joyful company. Spend more time with friends, family members, colleagues who have a good sense of humor, who laugh easily both at themselves and life's absurdities.
Their energy is contagious.
Genuinely contagious. Their playful outlook, their tendency to find the humor. You'll find yourself laughing more naturally and frequently just by being around them. It's about consciously choosing your energy environment.
You can also organize or participate in structured fun activities.
Yeah.
Things that naturally encourage laughter.
Definitely. Classic game nights with board games or charades, visiting a comedy club, watching a stand-up special together, miniature golfing, karaoke.
Well, karaoke always works.
Right. Even simply playing with pets, your own or a friend's, is a wonderful way to invite shared joy and spontaneity. These activities provide a low-pressure setting where laughter can flow freely, authentically, creates shared memories.
And for those in professional settings, injecting ethical workplace humor, used appropriately, can significantly boost morale, cohesion.
Huge impact. Concrete examples include sharing funny personal stories, especially those self-deprecating ones that show you don't take yourself too seriously.
Right.
Sharing work-appropriate funny videos, photos, quotes that resonate with your team. Engaging in non-competitive games or icebreakers at the start of meetings can lighten the mood, foster connection.
But, and this is important, stick rigorously to that affiliative and self-enhancing humor, right?
Absolutely crucial. Strictly avoid the aggressive or excessively self-defeating humor that can create a negative or isolating environment fast. It requires high self-awareness, empathy to ensure your humor uplifts everyone rather than alienating or diminishing anyone.
Got it. Now, of course, while laughter is incredibly powerful, we have to acknowledge there are common blockers, things that can make it feel incredibly difficult or even impossible to access.
Yes, that's reality. Significant burdens like chronic stress, anxiety, clinical depression, they can make laughter feel forced or utterly out of reach.
So what do you do then?
In those cases, it's vital to start very, very small and be incredibly kind to yourself. Seek out moments or memories that elicit even the slightest smile, a gentle shift in mood.
Like what?
Maybe a favorite comic strip you remember, a cherished sitcom episode, a silly pet video online. These are gentle ways to just coax out joy rather than demanding a full belly laugh right away. The research we looked at earlier on interventions for older adults found that cultivating gratitude and humor significantly reduced depression and increased happiness. It shows that even in challenging times, positive practices, even tiny ones, can make a significant difference, especially when they're consistently reinforced.
So it's about building a foundation, not instantly scaling a mountain.
Exactly.
Social anxiety also presents a huge hurdle, doesn't it? The fear of judgment can completely stifle spontaneous reactions, including laughter.
It really can. For those experiencing this, we suggest gradual exposure to social situations, engaging in group activities focused on shared enjoyment rather than direct conversation pressure.
Like what kind of activities?
Think of game nights again. Improv classes can be surprisingly helpful. Shared hobbies that naturally generate laughter. These can provide safe, structured spaces to experiment with letting go, laughing more freely, building confidence in a supportive environment. It's about finding spaces where the shared activity takes precedence over individual performance.
And sometimes it's the environment itself. Cultural or societal norms might implicitly discourage laughter, right? Viewing it as unprofessional, childish, inappropriate in certain contexts.
That happens. To challenge this, we encourage fostering a culture of positivity and openness, whether it's at work or in personal communities. Individuals, and especially leaders, can set a precedent. They can incorporate humor and share joy, modeling that laughter is an integral, healthy part of human experience, not a sign of weakness or frivolity. It's about giving permission for joy to exist in spaces where it might have previously been suppressed.
Ultimately, though, rediscovering and reintegrating laughter into your life often requires a conscious, deliberate decision to prioritize it.
It does. It's a choice.
It means actively seeking out sources of humor, setting aside dedicated time for activities known to induce laughter, and actively adopting a lighter, more curious perspective on life. Mindfulness practices, as you said, can profoundly aid in this, helping you live more in the moment, be more receptive to life's inherent humor and absurdities, rather than being constantly swept away by worries. It's about training your attention.
And this is where the psychological understanding of habit formation provides the perfect blueprint. It's gold.
Okay.
It's not just about a one-off effort or waiting for inspiration to strike. It's about building a consistent, almost automatic integration of laughter into your everyday existence.
Automatic laughter.
Well, the habit of seeking or creating it becomes automatic. Within psychology, a habit is defined as an action triggered automatically in response to specific, consistent, contextual cues.
Like automatically washing hands after using the toilet.
Exactly. Or buckling your seatbelt when you get into the car. This automaticity happens through associative learning. Repeating a simple action in a consistent context makes it effortless, almost a reflex over time.
That's fascinating, because it means we can intentionally build a laughter habit, turning something that might feel forced at first into something natural and automatic over time.
Precisely. And it follows a proven four-step model. It's simpler than you might think. First, decide on a clear goal.
Okay. Step one.
Needs to be specific, meaningful to you. Something like, I want to experience more daily joy and lightness. Or I want to reduce my daily stress through laughter. The clearer the goal, the better.
Got it. Step two.
Choose a simple daily action. The emphasis here is on simple and daily. This could be something incredibly small. Watching one funny YouTube video for 3 minutes. Recalling one humorous memory from my past. Sharing one funny observation with a colleague. Doing a silly dance in the kitchen for 1 minute.
So easy you can't say no.
That's the key. So easy you can't say no, even on your worst day.
Okay. Step three. This feels crucial.
It is. Plan the when and where. You need to link your chosen action to an existing, consistent daily cue.
A trigger.
A trigger. Something you already do every single day without fail. For example, every morning with my first cup of coffee cue, I'll watch a funny cat video. Or every time I walk into my office queue, I'll recall a funny anecdote to share later. Or before I brush my teeth at night queue, I'll write down one silly thing that happened today in a joy journal action. The consistency of the cue is what builds that powerful automatic association.
Linking it to something already established makes sense. And step four.
Repeat consistently. This is the bedrock, the engine of habit formation. Consistent repetition of that simple action in the exact same context, same time, same place, linked to that same cue will, through associative learning, make the action become automatic, effortless.
So it stops depending on willpower.
Exactly. It significantly reduces its dependence on conscious attention or wavering motivation. It literally becomes a part of who you are, how you operate, something you do without even thinking. And remember that study with older adults.
Yeah, the positive interventions one.
It specifically highlighted that consistent refresher sessions or daily integration of laughter practices led to benefits that persisted for up to a year. Unlike interventions without that reinforcement, it just underlines the profound power of habit formation for lasting well-being.
Wow. So what does all of this mean for you listening right now? It means you literally hold the power to infuse your everyday experience with more joy, more energy, more connection, simply by choosing to prioritize laughter and building it intentionally into your routine.
It's not about being funny all the time or performing for others. Not at all.
No, it's about making space for lightness, finding personal amusement in the everyday.
And remembering that laughter is far more than just a fleeting emotion. It's a powerful, accessible tool with scientifically proven benefits for your physical health, your mental well-being, your social connections.
Cultivating more laughter fundamentally involves that mindset shift toward embracing playfulness, letting go of the need for absolute control, and courageously embracing imperfection.
And crucially, you can intentionally build laughter and fun into your daily routine as a habit. By consciously seeking out humor, engaging in playful activities, even practicing that simulated laughter, you can truly create a more joyful, more resilient life, one laugh at a time.
So as you reflect on this deep dive, maybe consider this. If just one small, silly, consistent action can trigger such profound changes in your well-being, what will be your first step?
What piece of delightful absurdity, what moment of lighthearted fun will you commit to making a habit?
How will you truly designate silliness as self-care in your life, starting today?
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the transformative power of laughter and play.
We really hope this has given you not just knowledge, but some genuine inspiration, and perhaps maybe even a good chuckle along the way. Until next time, keep diving deep into what makes you feel alive and joyful.